Hey everyone, welcome to Two Guys Making Pride, where Gen X meets Gen Y. Enjoy the show.
Well, a lot of uh, the proposals for green technology and what have you, you know, to try to impact whatever your beliefs, when it comes to the climate, there's always a cost to it. And I don't mean in a dollar sense. Okay. There's a human cost of where you might drive an electric car, but then how do you source the materials for that car, especially for the battery? Okay.
It's more carbon intensive actually than a
Right. And then how is that labor, utilized, so little kids in Africa
slave
digging up
labor. Yeah.
cobalt mines, okay? So where's the humanity in that? So it'd be much more cost prohibitive than it is now if you're using the modern technologies to go and strip mine. You don't want people to strip mine, okay? But then you need more labor to go and dig the stuff out by hand. But then you're trafficking in people,
Right.
in an inhumane way. But then in the state of Florida, you have so much old infrastructure here. I mean, old houses are built differently than new ones and stuff like that. So for you to be able to have better conservation of the power to reduce your carbon footprint, then so much of the housing infrastructure would have to be rebuilt, remodeled,
Hmm.
or what have you. I mean, that has its cost in itself. And like, who's going to pay for it? Um, you know, you would think in Florida, since we have sun 365 days in a year for the most part, why are we just not one big giant solar farm? Well, power generation has to be consistent
Right.
in the way our grid system is set up. The battery technology on a massive scale is just not there.
On small scale, like for a home like ours,
Yes.
it works beautifully.
Yep.
Between the Tesla batteries and the solar panels, like we're basically off grid completely.
Yep.
But to run a whole city, the amount of space you would need for the panels and then the battery storage, it's just insane.
Right.
They simply do not make, you know, that can handle. If you look at natural gas powering power plants, it's actually super clean.
Mm-hmm.
When people think of even the coal fire power plants we have now are so much cleaner than the ones 50 years ago, 80 years ago. It's like night and day. I'm not saying we shouldn't continually strive to be cleaner, of course, and go more towards either uh, nuclear fission, eventually fusion. But right now, probably the most effective would be thorium reactors.
Mm-hmm.
Much smaller footprint, almost impossible to like melt down. The way they're designed, if they shut down, they solidify and boom, it shuts down. It's not like the uranium ones that we use, which can do a Chernobyl type of thing.
Right.
Um, but even with that, there's only been what, three nuclear quote unquote accidents in the last 100 years, and only one caused any death for all the nuclear plants that are around the world. That's a pretty damn good safety record.
That was probably Chernobyl.
Yeah, Chernobyl, 3 Mile Island, no one died.
Right.
You know,
And Fukushima was from a tsunami.
was from a tsunami, which was horrible, of course, but you can't. Well, first of all, like I said, you're in a seismically active area, which is prone to tsunamis. You don't build a nuclear power plant on the coast. I mean, that
Ding, ding,
ding,
ding.
ding, ding. Move it out to the mountains or something,
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, there are things that we could be doing to make our. I hate to say carbon footprint because carbon dioxide is not a poison. The plants need it. It makes a greener world, a better world. But I digress. If you did want to reduce the carbon footprint, there are so many things that you can do without taking away from the people, without restricting our power, without making people have to, be cold or be hot or not have power to, power their cars or whatever it is. It's just, but on an individual basis, you can do it.
I hope you enjoyed this episode. Now, please remember to like and subscribe and share with your friends. We will see you next time.